Cheat meals. Do you have them? I know that I'm definitely guilty of having these in the past when I first got into the health and fitness and more so the competitive side of physique competitions. So it was kind of the done thing. You must, have your weekly cheat meal, or sometimes even worse, cheat days. Now, thinking back to it at the time, I thought this was just a normal thing. This is what everyone was doing. Everyone was kind of referring to they were looking forward to their cheat meal at the end of the week, and they would be planning it out for, the whole week leading up to it, getting excited at the thought of what they were going to be consuming. Now at the time, like I say, this seemed pretty normal. But now when I look back to it and think, it is borderline eating disorder behaviour. So putting yourself in that position where you're restricting to a point where you are actively seeking out to get enjoyment through overconsumption of foods that in your eyes at the time are seen as bad and dirty, and cheating on your so-called diet. And this builds up a huge non-positive relationship with food, and this has massive implications for the future, in terms of if you're just doing it for that period of time, then your relationship with food just gets really badly affected. Now, I wanted to do this video because I am still competing as such, but obviously with different viewpoints on how we should view foods now. And the cheat meal phenomenon is still very prevalent in life, in dieting, and in the physique bodybuilding world, which is sad really, because no food should be kind of seen as good or bad. And also the term and the actual use of the word cheat just brings about real bad connotations when we're talking about anything, but especially food. So I wanted to bring up a study that was recently done. Now this study looked at a sample of young adults, male and female, and they studied them and found that 89, nearly 90% of them would engage in some sort of cheat meal behaviour. And that was predominantly to deal with low calorie restriction and also just eating patterns and dieting patterns that they had been used to. Now what I did find out, specifically with the men in this study, was the frequency of cheat meal engagement was positively associated with eating disorders, eating disorder behaviour, and binge eating periods of eating. Now this is of course just one study, and it's very early on in terms of the amount of evidence and research into this. However, it does go somewhat to show that there are these positive factors that are having an effect on cheat meals being related to binge eating and eating disorder behaviour. So it just makes you think that, if you are one of those people out there who has cheat meals factored into their lifestyles, into their diets, then is that really a way to be looking at using your nutrition to provide a positive outcome in terms of what you're trying to get out of it with regards to health, body composition, fat loss, whatever it is? The use of cheating isn't really the most optimal way to go about it. Now, I welcome your thoughts on that, comments, any questions you've got at all, feel free to send them across to me and I will happily go over all of them.